Ever had a yearning to unwind with this kind of view? Need a suite at sea with chilled champagne? Insist on fresh flowers at every turn? The Seabourn Sojourn is your ship. The ultra-luxury cruise line is back in Seattle for the first time in 15 years.
We also consider ourselves to be much like a luxury hotel that just happens to float and take people from place to place.
Brian Badura is a spokesman for Seabourn, the Seattle-based cruise line that caters to travelers willing to pay a premium for trips to Antarctica, the Mediterranean, and the Panama Canal. Rooms on the Alaska trip start at about $5,000 per person for an 11-day tour.
We believe there's actually a very strong potential customer base here in Seattle. A lot of the industry has changed in Seattle over the past 10 or 20 years. There's a lot of very good, well-paying jobs, a lot of people who are highly educated, and that's typically the kind of guests that we would host on board to begin with.
Alaska and Seattle are expecting a record cruise season for passenger traffic. More than 1 million people will pass through the Port of Seattle in 2017. That's more than 4 times as many passengers as there were 15 years ago.
The cruise industry itself is growing and continues to grow. Projected forecasts are actually very good, especially for the ultra-luxury segment, which is where we are.
We won't see the Sojourn in Seattle anymore this summer because she'll spend the next few months sailing between Vancouver, BC and Seward, Alaska. But there will be plenty more ships visiting Elliott Bay, 218 port calls predicted for 2017, just a smidge fewer than the record 223 set in 2010. It's a busy season for an industry that looms large. At the Port of Seattle, Ted Land, King 5 News.